Wow, another Fire Red Let's Play. Let's get it. Okay, so this is like my first sort of introduction to like my existence. Hello, my name's Alstrom. I play games. I'm bored. You're bored. I wanted to play some Fire Red, so let's do that. Let's get started here. The various buttons will be explained in the order of their importance. So this is actually a first. In normal Pokemon games, they don't teach you how to play the game, per se. So, you know, they never did this again because everyone found this function annoying, and you'll see why later. In the world which you are about to enter, you will embark on a grand adventure with you as the hero. Speak to people and check things wherever you go, be it towns, roads, or caves. Gather information and hints from every source. New paths will open to you by helping people in need, overcoming challenges, and solving mysteries. At times, you will be challenged by others and attacked by wild creatures. Be brave and keep pushing on. Through your adventure, we hope that you will interact with all sorts of people and achieve personal growth. I thought it ended. That is our biggest objective. Press the A button and let your adventure begin. The king himself. Hello there. Glad to meet you. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Oak. People affectionately refer to me as the Pokemon Professor. I don't think that's a very affectionate thing to be called, considering that's just literally what you are. This world is inhabited far and wide by creatures called Pokemon. For some people, Pokemon are pets. Others use them for battling. As for myself, I study Pokemon as a profession. But first, tell me a little about yourself. Now tell me, are you a boy or are you a girl? I don't know, boy. Let's begin with your name. What is it? Well, for all intensive purposes, I shall just be going with my actual username here. Alstro. Because I can't fit Alstrom. So Alstro will be my name for this. Right, so your name is Alstro. This is my grandson. He's been your rival since you both were babies. What was his name now? Fitting you forget. But yes, in fact, his name do be Gary. Was it Gary? Yes it was. That's right, I remember now. His name is Gary. What a grandfather. Alstro, your very own Pokemon legend is about to unfold. A world of dreams and adventures with Pokemon awaits. Let's go. Wow, king shit. Okay, so welcome to Fire Red. Here you can see, got our little trainer card here. Name Alstro. We got 3,000 Poke dollars there. Nothing on the back. Now, first things first, I want to go to my options and set my text speed to fast. First and foremost. And for frame, what kind of frame do I want? I'm more a fan of simplistic ones, and these three are my favorite. I'm thinking because we're playing Fire Red, we will have that there as a reminder of what version this is. So, you may be wondering, why am I watching this? Or rather, why am I making this? I was bored, I really wanted to play this game again, and I used to make Let's Play videos a long time ago, and, you know, as cringy as it was a lot of fun. I did enjoy it, so I decided I'll try it again under this name. So, yeah, that's why we're here. So, hopefully you enjoy the ride. So, you start off here, you're in your room, you're playing some Nintendo Entertainment System, and yeah, the game's telling me it's time to go. But before you do that, please, for the love of God, boot up your PC. Go to your item storage and withdraw the singular potion in here. So you can store items in your PC because this is an older Pokemon game, so your storage is actually limited in your bag here. So you have multiple pockets here, which was new to Gen 3, but you have limited item storage. So you could store items here if you run out of space. I've never seen anybody use this, so don't anticipate this room making a comeback. Like, this is the last time you're gonna see this room. Go downstairs, talk to your mom if you want. Right, all boys leave home someday. It said so on TV. Oh yes, Professor Oak next door was looking for you. So you're basically gonna decide that the time for me to live on my own is dictated by whatever the TV told you. There's a movie on TV. 4 boys are walking on railroad tracks. I better go too. I think that's Stand By Me. I think that's the movie that's being referenced. I'm not sure. Anyways, head outside. We're here in our wonderful home of Pallet Town. These iconic 3 buildings everyone knows and loves. Let's talk to some locals here. Technology is incredible. You can now store and recall items and Pokemon as data via PC. Remember, this game came out like 2004, so a lot of this stuff was new. I'm hoping it's 2004. I'm thinking it was 2004. Is that right? Oh, look. Let's see what she's on about. Oh, shit. Trainer tips. Press start to open the menu. Yep, it does open the menu. Signs are useful, aren't they? I mean, I guess. I never use them personally. It's just a thing. Let's see who lives next door. Of course Gary lives next door. I didn't realize Gary's name was the name on the property, but, you know, whatever. Daisy. Hi, Alstro. My brother Gary is out of Grandpa's lab. What's this you got here, Daisy? It's a big map of the Kanto region. Now, this would be useful. Boy, would it! Unless you're like every other Pokemon fan and you know the Kanto region like the back of your hand. I'm deciding if I'm going to pronounce it Kanto or Kanto. I'm thinking it Kanto because that's how the real-life version of it is said. Anyways, here we are. Last building here, and it says Oak Pokemon Research Lab. So let's go ahead and meet the man himself. What do you got to say? I study Pokemon as Professor Oak's aide. Professor Oak may not look like much, but he's the authority on Pokemon. Many Pokemon trainers hold him to high regard. As they should. I study Pokemon as Professor... Okay, you're not saying anything useful. Head up here and... Wow, the full house. What, it's only Alstro? Gramps isn't around. What a shame. There are Pokeballs. They contain Pokemon. Well, he doesn't seem to be here, so I guess we'll head out for now. There's nowhere else really to go. Can't interact with this. Looks like the only way to go was up. Let's head out here. Hey, wait, don't go out! It's unsafe. Wild Pokemon live in tall grass. You need your own Pokemon for your protection. I know. Here, come with me. It really begs the question, where the heck was this guy? Because he was nowhere to be seen. We went everywhere we possibly could have in the town. Gramps, I'm fed up with waiting. Gary? Let me think. Oh, that's right. I told you to come. Just wait. Here, Alstro. There are 3 Pokemon here. Haha. The Pokemon are held inside these Pokeballs. When I was young, I was a serious Pokemon trainer. But now in my old age, I have only these 3 left. You can have one. Go on, choose. Hey, Gramps, no fair. What about me? Be patient, Gary. You can have one too. Okay, so now is the quintessential part of every Pokemon game. I don't need to be greedy like you. I'm mature. Go ahead and choose, Alstro. You know, something tells me that if this was Pokemon Yellow, you'd be saying otherwise. Anyways, this is the critical moment where you pick your starter Pokemon. So let's get into it. I'm not going to be like Chucker Conroy and do crazy bios or anything like that because I'm not talented. Nor do I have that information on the top of my head. I'll give a brief overview, but I'm not going to talk about any new Pokemon in a competitive sense because this game is old and no one plays it competitively anymore, so there's no point. But if you're interested in that kind of information, go to Fall Swipe Gaming. That's a good channel. They have that kind of information if you'd like. So over here, Bulbasaur is the seed grass starter here, the grass Pokemon. Right here is Squirtle, the water Pokemon, and here... You know him, you love him, say it with me, it's Charmander, the fire Pokemon. Now, when it comes to the starters for Fire Red and Leaf Green, these 3 are, of course, iconic, but one of them, if you could guess which, you win a cookie, one of them is way more popular than the other 2. And it's this one, who gets refreshed every frickin' generation. I'll definitely say that I think the second most popular is Squirtle. For some reason, people like the water turtle. I don't blame them. But for me personally, my favorite, the one that I'm gonna go with, is the grass Pokemon, Bulbasaur. This Pokemon is really quite energetic. There we go. Do you want to give a nickname to this Bulbasaur? Yes. I actually didn't plan out a nickname. I'm going to keep some parts of this experience, like, authentic. I haven't planned a lot of things. Like, I may have planned a couple members of my team. Like, there's certain Pokemon I definitely want to showcase, but other than that, I don't have that much planned, so I don't have a good nickname for this thing. Give me a second. I got to think here. Okay, so you're going to hate this name. It's really stupid, and it only makes sense to me. But, I don't know if you could tell by the name of my channel. Not gonna get into it right now. I could probably get into that another day. But, I'm really into plants. I don't study it. I'm passionate about it. I took a class in it recently, so I'm really, like, literate in terms of plant stuff, hence the name of my channel. And I decided to name Bulbasaur Oxalis, because Oxalis, which is in the family of Oxalidaceae, they say, however you say it, it's the only dicot genus that produces true bulbs, so, you know, bit unique there. So yeah, Oxalis the Bulbasaur. I'll take this one then. Gary received the Charmander from Professor Oak. So your rival's going to pick... So actually, I guess if you have no idea what Pokemon is, each Pokemon is unique type, and that type can both resist certain types and is weak to certain types. So, for example, the starters are a good way to explain this. Grass is super effective against water, water is super effective against fire, and fire is super effective against grass. So, based on what starter you choose, Gary's gonna pick the one that's, like, type effective against yours. You can't help it. So, yeah, let's see what Oak says. If a wild Pokemon appears, your Pokemon can battle it. With it at your side, you should be able to reach the next town. Should. My Pokemon looks a lot tougher than yours. Yeah, well, you suck. Wait, Alstro, let's check out a Pokemon. Come on, I'll take you on. So yes, welcome to the first of many rival battles. Against your king, rival Gary. Of course, he's going to send out the starter weakest to yours, the one that he chose. In this case, a level 5 Charmander. Oh, for Pete's sake, so pushy as always. Alstro, you've never had a Pokemon battle before, have you? Well, you'd be surprised. A Pokemon battle is when trainers pit the Pokemon against each other. The trainer that makes the other trainer's Pokemon faint by lowering their HP to 0 wins. But rather than talking about it, you'll learn more from experience. Try battling and see for yourself. So, you have two moves, a offensive move and a non-offensive move. The non-offensive move will always lower a certain stat of your opponent. Stats basically dictate the calculation of damage and turn order and things like that. So, for example, I have Growl. Growl will lower Charmander's attack stats, so his physical attacks will do less damage. So, for instance, his moves. That Charmander, level 5, Fire type, Blaze for the ability will know Scratch and Leer. Bulbasaur here will know Tackle and Growl. And I believe that Squirtle will know Tackle and Withdraw, if I recall correctly. So, really, the name of this first battle is just to inflict damage on the foe, because it is the key to any battle, as Oak has said. As you can see, Growl. So that lowers my attack. So now my Tackle attack is going to do less damage because he did that. So he doesn't have Leer, he has Growl. So, my mistake. So as you can see, he got a critical hit. A critical hit is not that common, but basically it'll amplify the amount of damage your attack does, and it ignores any stat buffs. So like any defensive stat boosts, it'll ignore it. So, you know, critical hits, you don't want to do that. I swear if he got another one, that would have been super annoying. But anyways, there you go. Charmander beaten. Pretty easy first battle. It is possible to lose it, of course. Nice. It is possible to lose it, but you know, it's the first battle, and this is, I think, this is the only battle I think that you're allowed to lose, and you won't black out. So as you can see here, I gain experience. My Bulbasaur grew up to level 6, and as you can see, my stats are going up. So yeah, Bulbasaur is particularly good in the defensive realm and the health realm. As you can see, those are the stats getting boosted the most. So yeah, Bulbasaur is the defensive one. Bulbasaur is the starter that takes hits really well. So, you know, I'm all about my tanky Pokemon. What? Unbelievable. I picked the wrong Pokemon. I mean, on a technical level, on a literal level, you did pick the right one. Excellent. If you win, you earn prize money and your Pokemon will grow. Battle other trainers and make your Pokemon strong. The only thing, Gary, is that we're not at a level where we can attack using our type, but we'll get to that when we get to that. Okay, I'll make my Pokemon battle toughen it up. Alstro, Gramps, smell you later. And off the king goes. All right, let's see what Oak has to say about this. Alstro, raise your Pokemon by making it battle. It has to battle for it to grow. I suppose. Let's talk to one of you guys. I study Pokemon. Is not. I think I swore it's one of you guys. Okay. I could have sworn one of these guys gave you a potion, but I'm guessing that's at a later time. Okay, so, you know, let's check out our Bulbasaur here. Oxalis. A jolly nature. So, natures in Pokemon can mean that... so, really quickly, just to get into this. Pokemon are sort of like... Sorry, I just wanted to do something. Okay, so... Pokemon are kind of like creatures in real life in that each single Pokemon is unique. They'll have different traits, they'll have different advantages and different stats, and this can be reflected in the nature. So Bulbasaur is of a jolly nature, and if I recall correctly, that means when your Pokemon has a jolly nature, they're having an increase in their speed stat, a decrease in special attack. So, increase in speed, decrease in special attack. So, what you'll see over time is that Bulbasaur will have a higher speed stat than special attack stat or something like that. Anyways, so the ability there. Each Pokemon's going to have a unique ability. It has different effects depending on the ability. So, for the starters, they each will have an ability, either Overgrow, Torrent, or Blaze. And basically, that ability will increase the power of the grass type, water type, or fire type moves respectively that the starter is using if they're low on health. So yeah, over here your attacks, each attack has its own individual type, so bear that in mind. So for example, these attacks here are normal type, but Bulbasaur is a grass poison type, so you don't get any damage boost from that because they're not the same type. If you get the same type of attack, you'll get higher damage. It's called same type attack boost or stab. I know I'm throwing a lot of information at you, but that's the name of the game. Anyways, here we go. Route 1. Pallet Town, Viridian City. So this leads us to Viridian City. Let's see what this guy has to say. Hi, I work at a Pokemon Mart. It's part of a convenient chain selling all sorts of items. Please, visit us in Viridian City. I know, I'll give you a sample. Here you go. Potion! As you see, when you're fighting your rival, your Pokemon takes damage. And potions heal damage. So your Pokemon has a certain number of hit points. So, for example, my Bulbasaur is 23. So it can take 23 hit points of damage before it dies. Potions restore that in battle and outside of battle. And potions, at least this version, heals 20. So that's pretty much a full restore at this point. See what you say. See those ledges along the road? It's a bit scary, but you can jump from them. You can get back to Pallet Town quicker that way. We'll remember that. Here we go! A first wild encounter. This Pokemon here is a Pidgey. It is a female and it is level 3. I'm not going to go into the Pokemon too much because we can't even catch them yet. So no point going over that just yet. And you missed. Great. So my recommendation, when you're encountering a wild Pokemon, as you can see, you have the option to run away. I would actually fight them, at least early game, because you're such a low level. The battles will take a bit long, but the experience gained will actually help you gain levels pretty quickly. So good idea to fight any wild Pokemon you happen to encounter. You don't need to grind necessarily. This isn't an RPG where you got to grind a lot. I mean, it depends. At least for story progression, I don't feel like you need to do that. So actually, I didn't read that sign there. Trainer tips. The battle moves of Pokemon are limited by their power points, PP. To replenish PP, rest your tired Pokemon at a Pokemon Center. Yes, so as you can see with the moves, there's a little number under them, PP, 30 out of 35, and for Growl, it's 40 out of 40. That is how many times you can use that move before you're unable to use it. Pretty simple. Over here, we're in our first proper town. This is Viridian City, and here, the building with the red roof is a Pokemon Center. When your Pokemon are damaged and you want to restore their health and power points and clear them of any status ailments, Pokemon Center. Here with Nurse Joy. Thank you for waiting. We've restored your Pokemon to full health. Hope to see you again. So Nursery is where you go to take care of that. Here we are, Viridian City. So I'm not going to go around talking to everybody just yet because really you only have to do one thing, and that's head inside this Pokemart. Hey, you came from Pallet Town? You know Professor Oak, right? His order came in. Can I get you to take it to him? Alstro received Oak's parcel from the Pokemon clerk. Okay, so this building here is a Pokemart. You come here. It's basically a supermarket, a bodega, if you will. You could buy items, things such as potions. But right now, we don't need to buy anything, so we're just going to head back to Pallet Town and deliver this package. As the guy mentioned earlier, you can hop down ledges and avoid the grass. Of course, you can't go back up the ledge once you hop down it, but still, we can avoid grass almost entirely, except for the little patches of it that lead right into town. And as you can see, we get back rather quickly. Back here in Pallet Town, let's go ahead and drop off this parcel to our Lord, our Savior, Mr. Oak, Professor. Oh, Alstro, how is my old Pokemon? Well, it seems to be growing more attached to you. You must be talented as a Pokemon trainer. What's that? You have something for me? I have your parcel. That's right, King. Ah, it's the custom Pokeball. I had it on order, thank you. Gramps! I almost forgot. What did you call me for? Oh, right. I have a request for you two. On the desk there is my invention, the Pokédex. It automatically records data on Pokemon that you've seen or caught. It's a high-tech encyclopedia. Alstro and Gary, take these with you. You receive a Pokédex. Good lord. You can't get detailed data on Pokemon by just seeing them. You must catch them to obtain complete data. So here are some tools for catching wild Pokemon. 5 Pokeballs. When a wild Pokemon appears, it's fair game. Just throw a Pokeball at it and try to catch it. This won't always work, however. A healthy Pokemon can escape. You have to be lucky. To make a complete guide on the Pokemon in the world, that was my dream. But I'm too old, I can't get the job done. So I want you two to fulfill my dream for me. Pretty much. Love that. Get moving, you two. This is a great undertaking in Pokemon history. Alright, Gramps, leave it all to me. Alstro, I hate to say it, but you won't be necessary for this. I know, I'll borrow a town map from my sis. I'll tell her not to lend you one, Alstro. Don't bother coming around to my place after this. Well, you're a little toad. I'm gonna go to your sister's house. Pokemon around the world wait for you, Alstro. So yeah, in case you're wondering, nothing happens to that Squirtle. It just sits there forever. Do you give me the potion now? Nope, none of you do. I'm thinking of another Pokemon game. Alright. Gary mentioned not going to his sister's house, so let's do exactly that and talk to Daisy. Hey, Queen. Grandpa asked you to run an errand? Gee, that's lazy of him. Here, this will help you. You can use the town map to find out where you are, or check the names of places. If you want to see your town map, head into your bag, head to key items, right here. There you go, a very convenient map that can be viewed anytime. It even shows your present location. So let's use this here. So right here we're in Pallet Town, and we went up to Viridian City from Route 1. So this is where we've traveled so far. As you can see, we have a whole lot of ground to cover. Got a big land before us, ready to be explored, but you know, one step at a time. A lot of people usually skip the town map. It's not required at all. You can just completely avoid it. And yeah, you don't really need to do that. So with that being said, I think this will be a good place to end episode 1 of this Let's Play series. Hopefully you guys enjoy this as it goes on. I'm really looking forward to it. It's been a while since I've done commentary for a video game, so I'm really kind of like seeing how I want to do this, what works. So, you know, bear with me. It is an adjustment, but I'm hoping it turns out pretty good. So next time on Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green, we are going to leave Pallet Town the second time, but this time, there's no turning back. Deuces.